Let's turn our attention to what's going on in the Philippines. Midterm elections are underway down there, and JP Young, this could be pretty consequential. This is not your average sort of midterm election.
Absolutely, and it's going to be consequential with regards to the long-term direction of Philippine politics and the possible presidential elections in 3 years. Now, the consequential part of the election might be the 12 senators, 12 out of 24 senatorial seats that are up for grabs, because depending on who wins this will determine where the Senate actually leans, whether they lean more towards President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s camp or Vice President Sara Duterte's camp. And as we know, the Marcos and Duterte have seen their alliance crumble in spectacular and dramatic fashion. And this will also be key because we know that Vice President Sara Duterte is currently under fire and might be facing an impeachment trial after the senatorial vote because she has made allegations of, there are allegations at least that she has misappropriated funds, and also she has also made public threats on the life of the President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and his wife. So how these senators decide to vote will actually determine whether or not she might get impeached and could derail her efforts to become the next president in 2028. So we do know that according to certain polls, 9 out of 12 senators backed by the Marcos administration are actually in the lead. But since the former President Rodrigo Duterte was sent to The Hague to face possible crimes related to the drug war, we have actually seen 2 of his key allies actually shoot up in the rankings, which means there might be some underlying support and dissatisfaction with how the arrest of the former president has played out and might lead to support for Sara Duterte and her particular allies. And again, this could lead to a very messy end, at least with regards to the elections in 2028, and intensify the rift and the dynamic between 2 of the most powerful political families in the Philippines.
Yeah, I want to get to this, the crux of the matter, though, right? 24 senators, only 12 of those seats are up for grabs in this election starting today, right? They need 2/3 or 16 senators, right, in order to say, yes, we're going to impeach Sara Duterte, right? I mean, these guys, they literally act as jurors should it come to an impeachment trial, yes?
Mm-hmm. That is correct. And if these 9 senators in the polls do actually take their place as the polls predict, and we've seen polls actually come out incorrect actually with regards to the actual result of the votes, that could actually mean that the Marcoses could have a case to push Sara Duterte out. But remember, the Dutertes do not take challenges to their power lightly, and they can actually respond in other means and very intense hostile means that could border on violence. We have to remember these 2 families are not strangers to possible violence, actually, Martin and Sherry, and thus could also mean that one of the hottest political scenes in Southeast Asia could get even hotter and possibly even more hostile, intense.